My life began with him. My name is Margaret Lewis, and I was never meant to be strong. I became strong because I had no other choice. When my husband, Robert, died in a construction accident, our son Ethan was just 4 years old. One moment I was a wife planning a weekend dinner, and the next I was a widow staring at hospital walls that smelled of disinfectant and grief. I remember Ethan tugging at my sleeve that night and asking, "Where's Daddy?" I knelt down, hugged him, and whispered a lie I repeated for years, "Daddy's watching over us." From that day on, Ethan became my entire universe. Raising a son alone, I worked wherever I could. Cleaning offices, waiting tables, folding laundry at a local motel. I slept 4 hours a night and drank coffee like it was oxygen. My hands cracked from cleaning chemicals, and my back ached constantly, but I smiled every time Ethan brought home a good grade. When he wanted to play soccer, I sold my wedding ring. When he wanted a computer for school, I skipped meals. At night, I would sit on the edge of his bed and watch him sleep, promising myself, one day, he'll have a better life than this. Ethan used to hug me tightly and say, "I'll buy you a big house one day, Mom." I never wanted a big house. I just wanted to matter. The boy becomes a man. Ethan grew into a confident, intelligent young man. He earned a scholarship and moved to the city for college. The house felt emptier than I ever imagined. I waited for his calls. Sometimes days passed without hearing his voice. But I told myself it was normal. He's building his future, I thought. After graduation, he landed a good job and introduced me to Lauren, his girlfriend. She was beautiful, polished, and very sure of herself. She hugged me lightly, as if afraid I might wrinkle her clothes. Their wedding was beautiful. White flowers, soft music, perfect smiles. I cried as I watched my son say his vows, believing this was the happiest day of his life. After the ceremony, Ethan came to me and said, "Mom, why don't you move in with us? You shouldn't live alone anymore." My heart swelled. I thought this was my reward. Not money, not luxury, but belonging. I said yes without hesitation. Becoming invisible at first, everything was fine. Then little things started changing. Lauren didn't like the way I cooked. She complained about my early morning prayers. She said my presence made the apartment feel crowded. Ethan stopped sitting with me at dinner. Stopped laughing at my stories. One evening, I overheard Lauren whisper, "She's too dependent on you." That night, Ethan avoided my eyes. The conversation had happened on a Sunday evening. Lauren was calm, too calm. "I think it would be better if your mom lived somewhere else," she said, sipping tea. I looked at Ethan, waiting for him to defend me. He didn't. Instead, he said quietly, "Maybe, just temporarily." My chest tightened. "Ethan," I whispered, "this is my home too." He sighed. "Mom, please don't make this difficult." Thrown away 2 days later, Ethan booked me a small motel room. "Just for a few weeks," he said, placing my suitcases near the door. Lauren didn't even say goodbye. The motel smelled like old carpet and loneliness. Weeks turned into months. My calls went unanswered. My messages stayed unread. When the money I had saved ran out, the manager asked me to leave. I had nowhere to go. Life on the edge. I slept in shelters. I washed dishes for meals. I learned how invisible an older woman can be in a crowded city. Every night, I replayed memories, Ethan's first steps, his laughter, his promises. I wondered where I went wrong. Finding strength again. A church helped me find a small room in a shared housing complex. I volunteered in the kitchen. I listened to other women's stories, mothers abandoned like me. Slowly, I stopped waiting for Ethan's calls. I started living again, quietly, humbly, but with dignity. 3 years later, it was winter when I heard the knock. Soft, hesitant. I opened the door, and froze. Ethan stood there. He looked older, broken. Snow clung to his coat like regret. The fall Lauren had left him. She took the apartment, the savings, his confidence. He lost his job shortly after. "I deserve this," he said, tears streaming down his face. I forgot who loved me first. The apology. He fell to his knees. "I abandoned you, Mom. Please, forgive me." For a moment, I felt everything: rage, sorrow, love. Years of pain surged inside me. A mother's choice. I helped him stand. "I forgive you," I said. But forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. I didn't move back in with him. I didn't rescue him from his mistakes. But I didn't shut him out either. Rebuilding slowly, we started with small steps. Coffee once a week. Honest conversations. He listened now. He learned that love isn't convenience, it's commitment. Epilogue. The door that stayed open today, I live peacefully. Ethan visits every Sunday. He never leaves without hugging me tightly and saying, "Thank you for giving me another chance." And I smile. Not because the pain is gone, but because I survived it. Please subscribe.